Well, hello there, Cancer. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your weekly tarot reading. This is good for the week of July 10th through the 16th. We'll take a look at your overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. It really does help to get my message out to more people. All right, so let's see what we have for you this week. Electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. Wow. Wow, what a beautiful energy. You know, just understanding that you have some, yes, you are starting something new. You are starting something new. What a beautiful energy. I mean, it literally, like the energy, I know it's the electric eel, but it almost like the energy just like popped off of the card there. Okay, now, in order to start something new, you do have to let go of something old, right? You have to let go of your fear or whatever it is that's preventing you from going in this direction. I feel like for some of you, you know, this card, it has 3 doors there. You could have some options available to you, and it's understanding, okay, it's time to put your ideas to life, right? But that takes a lot of time and energy. You have to close some doors. You have to pull back your time and energy enough so that you have what you need in order to put your ideas to life, to go forth with this. Yeah, and you're seeing clearly, wow, oh my goodness, this is leading you to a brand new path, a new start, lots of healing. You know, something that has been draining you. Yeah, something that has been draining you. It's kind of like, okay, you have an idea. You have an idea of, you know, how to change something. You have the transformation card, okay? You have something about, you know, changing it, healing it. You know, even if this is a mindset or a habit, you know, you're kind of like, okay, I see what I have to do, and I'm ready to take my ideas and put them out there to start something new, to bring in this sense of healing, either for yourself, healing for a relationship, healing a situation, or healing the collective with this Aquarius energy. Shining your light brightly. Wow, that's electric, right? This is like, what is that dance? The electric slide, right? It's kind of like, yes, you are sliding into the spotlight. It is time to shine your light brightly and to bring your healing energy to something here. Because you have the King of Swords, and then you have all of these options, right? It's kind of like you have to close some of the options. You're seeing clearly where you could have fragmented your energy. You just have too many doors open, too many irons in the fire, too many, you know, too many, if you're dating a lot of people, right? It's kind of like, okay, I have to narrow it down and put all my time and energy into one relationship. If you have, you know, several ideas, business ideas, it's like, okay, I'm closing the door on a couple. I'm putting them over there on the shelf, and I'm not going to look at them until I put all my time and energy into one of them to see what happens. You're seeing clearly, logically. I think you're seeing logically. There could be a little bit of, you've had something emotional going on, a feeling of emotions around something, right? Whether it's a relationship, because Ace of Wands is like a fresh start, a new idea, you know, something like that. You could have had some emotions around this, like gotten really excited about an idea, right? Like, oh, I have a new invention, and you get all excited about it, right? And oh yeah, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this with that, and it's going to do this. But it's time to get a plan together. It's time to bring it into fruition by creating a plan, strategy. The King of Swords is somebody that has a strategy. It's about closing, okay, some of the craziness part of the idea. It's not that you won't open those doors again at some point, but the first step is you have to get logical. You have to kind of like get it down on paper. right? Instead of like running around and saying, oh, I got this great idea, it's like, okay, I'm getting out a piece of paper and a pen and I'm starting to write down, the outline for my book, the business plan, all the things, Cancer, that you may not want to do, but that is the next part, is the strategy. How are you going to bring your idea to fruition? Yeah, it is a little bit about understanding that you have to, with the temperance energy here, Sagittarian energy, but it's really this energy of moderation, of understanding that it is a little bit about the emotions of your idea, but it also needs to be balanced with the logical, the spiritual side of what it is that you want to do, but also the practical side. Of being free a little bit. I think one of the things you've been doing is trying to be too open with these ideas instead of really kind of grounding them with the Nine of Pentacles, right? It's having fun with it. It's not about, I think some of you are like, yeah, but that's kind of stern energy. But it's kind of like grounding it a little bit. Think of it as grounding your idea. Right? But you can still have fun with it, because I feel like you have this Fool energy. The Fool is kind of like naive and carefree, takes risks, you're willing to do that with whatever this is, whether it's a relationship you want to go after, it's a new business idea, it's an invention, whatever this is, it's kind of like, yes, I have this wild hair idea. That's what it is. It's kind of like you have a wild hair idea. Wild hair idea about something you'd like to get to know better, or an invention or whatever. Once again, it's kind of like this energy that you have a wild hair idea, but you also need to have a little bit of practicality with it. So let's take a look at what your area of resistance or your obstacle is. Yeah, you have the Judgment card and new beginnings. I think you want to go in a new beginning. You want to take this idea, these new ideas, or one idea, or a relationship, right? You want to take it to the next level. So the new beginning can be taking something that you already have to the next level, or starting something new. But with this Judgment card, it's crossroads. And some of you may, in order to go on this new path, you may actually have to close out some relationships, jobs, careers, situations in your life. You may have to say, you know what, I can't give any time or energy to those things because I have to put all my time and energy into this new beginning. But that is a decision you have to make. I think that that's kind of a hard decision for you at this time. Yeah, you have back and forth, and the Two of Pentacles. You're going back and forth about it. What do you want in this situation, right? What do you want? What is your heart desiring in this situation? It could be for some of you that you get really excited about starting something new, right? You could get into the emotions of starting something new, and then reality hits, So you could go to a financial advisor, and the financial advisor says, well, that's a great idea, Cancer, but it's going to cost, $2 million for you to start that business. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, okay, I'm going to go back and think about it a little bit more, It could be a little bit of a burst in your bubble. It does not mean that you're not still going for it. It's just kind of like, okay, who can I go find to help invest in this, or where can I cut costs? How can I start it on a lower scale, a smaller scale, and then grow it over time? If it's a relationship, right, it could be that you get really excited, you meet somebody fabulous, but they live on the other side of the country, or they live in another country, right? Or, I don't know, they're married, or you're married, or whatever, and all of a sudden it's kind of like, oh, here's the reality check. But it's okay, because there is this energy where you're kind of like, okay, now I see the facts in the situation. It is dimming perhaps some of your emotions, but you still have the Ace of Wands. You're still excited about this. You still have the Fool card. You're willing to throw caution to the wind in order to go in this direction. The thing is that the reality check, okay, is putting it into more of a decision. You're having to weigh this decision, Yeah, I think, for some of you, the Empress energy has really been coming out a lot here. And the Empress energy can be about building things. It can be about a relationship either with a romantic person, or it could be, mother or child, that type of energy. There's something about, I feel like that when you go in this new direction, okay, you're either there's going to be somebody that is sad because of it, or you're getting excited about something because you want somebody else to also be included or happy. So it could be either way. It's kind of because the Judgment card is also about second chances. You could be getting excited about how maybe you can bring something back that you had before, okay, and are missing at this time. So it could be a career, it could be a job, it could be a relationship. There's something here about, okay, can I have a new beginning? But either way, I feel like there is this decision. Do I return to something I had, or do I go in this new path? Whatever you're doing, Cancer, I don't think you're staying exactly where you are. I think you're at this moment in time where you are either kind of like returning to something that you had at one time, or you're going forward, because there's this sense of transforming, right? Of changing, of understanding how things change over time, and you have changed over time, and maybe somebody else has also changed over time, that, this is what you really and truly want in your life. There is a little bit of an energy where you could have gone away from somebody, or they went away from you, or you left a job or a career. You kind of went off on some type of, perhaps you or the other person went off on some type of journey, okay? Maybe a little bit of a foolish journey, okay? It doesn't matter, but it's kind of like, okay, they went on that detour, and either they are returning or you are returning. But it's like the hero's journey. When we return from our journeys, right? It is about sharing the wisdom, understanding that journey has transformed us, has brought us to a different place. And you can, if you want, have a new fresh start in whatever this is. If it's something new, okay, I think what you're also understanding is that part of it is, if you go on a new path, it's going to change you. You may not be able to return the same as you were. So that could be part of it. You could be telling, say you're married, right? And you're telling your spouse that, I don't know, say you love music, right? And you're kind of like, yeah, I'm going to travel the world, and I want to play the drums in a band. And we're going on a world tour, and I'll be back in 2 years, right? You know that when you come back, you're not going to be the same. They're not going to be the same. Your relationship's not going to be the same. So it's kind of one of those energies where one person is wanting to leave a certain situation, or has left a certain situation, and is either returning, or you're kind of looking at the consequences, okay, of going your own separate way, of doing something separately, and knowing that things will never be the same. But here's the key, 9 of Cups. You're going after what your heart truly desires. And I think for some of you, you're willing to say, I'm leaving this career. Say you have a really good career and you want to go travel with the band for 2 years. You're understanding when you come back, your job might not be there, right? Or your business or whatever. You may have to start all over again when you come back from this journey, but you're still willing to do it. Yeah, I think you're really you got the Libra energy. You're trying to balance out something here that is not, I feel like you've had that energy for some time of not feeling like you're worthy enough, or feeling like you don't have enough, you're not experiencing enough of life, or something like that. And, really and truly deciding to go out towards what it is that you truly want. The King of Wands is an adventure, somebody that wants an adventure. And then I think the other person is somebody that is kind of grounded, right, in the situation. So depending on who you are, you could be either the more grounded one or the adventurer. But I feel as if this is kind of a situation, and it may not resonate with everybody. Somebody is looking out on the horizon and wanting to go in a different direction for some time. So it's kind of like, okay, where will that put us, right? How will that change? For some of you, this could be somebody returning to you, okay? Or you may be wanting to return home after being on an adventure. Okay, wow, really interesting. Okay, so let's pull the soul truth card for you, Cancer. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. What am I most afraid of losing? Yeah, I think you're most afraid of losing your stability, okay? Because this is a little bit, it's the electric eel. It is a little bit of a wild hair idea, So either... if you're the one, I think for most of you, you're the one that wants to go on the adventure. If you're the one that is not going on the adventure, I feel as if you are concerned about the stability while this other person is gone, right? And if you are the one that's going on the adventure, you're concerned that when you return, the stability, the life that you know now is not going to be the same. And it won't be. You know that you're going to transform on this journey, and so are the people or situations that you leave behind. It will never be the same. It just won't. But I think you're okay with that. I think you're kind of like, yeah, I'm okay with that. This is the adventure I want to go on. As we grow, change, and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was to make room for what will be. If you were to take the big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if it was all a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? Yeah. And I think that that's exactly right. What are you the most afraid of losing? What was it? Losing love, safety, or belonging? I think you're kind of like, okay, I'm looking at that fear and it's okay. I'm facing the fear head on, right? I'm not trying to get around the fear. I'm facing the fear head on because this is something, I think, you have a wild hair and you are ready to go for it. All right, Cancer, I wish you so much luck on that adventure. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I really do appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. I wish you so much love and light, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.